Hi guys, my name is Kyle August and I'm here to help you manifest your specific person in the quickest and easiest way possible. Today I just wanted to give you a reminder that your specific person is literally waiting to be in your life. And that's what I kind of want to discuss today. They're literally waiting for you to get into that conscious state so they can show up exactly as you want. Many times throughout manifestation, we can see a ebb and flow sort of effect coming in. Maybe you have experienced this, maybe you haven't. And it's this idea that our specific person is coming into our reality, right? We're seeing them move closer, but then we consequently see them move away, right? And we continue this ebb and flow. This is something I've seen a lot of people experience, and I kind of wanted to discuss a little bit of it today. But your specific person is literally waiting to come into your reality. This effect I actually like to call the roller coaster effect. For obvious reasons, you have that upward movement, your specific person coming in, you two seemingly being closer, and then that down movement where you two are kind of separating. I actually talk about this in my book, Manifest Your Specific Person by Kyle August, if you guys wanted to check it out. It's just on Amazon. I'll leave like a link in the description. But there's a couple main reasons why this actually occurs, and I go over this in a lot of my coaching sessions, and it helps out a lot. So I wanted to share it with you guys here today. So the first one, and the one I mentioned again in my book, is this idea that you don't have proper faith in your ability to manifest. Now, we all know through manifestation, your entire external reality is just a reflection of your conscious mind. But think about that in a new perspective. With this being the case, the only resistance that could ever be offered in your external reality is going to be the resistance that you offer yourself. More or less, if you think, and I've definitely talked about this in other videos, if you think something is possible, then it is now within that realm of possibilities. But if you think something is very hard, difficult, or impossible, it moves into a different space or a realm of impossibilities, right? It's that saying of, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. That same effect is happening. So if you're not very confident in your ability to manifest, or this idea that you don't really think it can happen, you are going to see this ebb and flow movement, right? You feel very confident, you feel very good, and you see your specific person coming in. Then it may strike ideas or beliefs of, this is too good to be true, right? Maybe you're feeling that way even right now. And we begin to see the opposite. But then when the opposite occurs, we kind of reduce or eliminate no contact. The pressure is off, or we go into no contact, that is, or we kind of reduce it. And then we are able to then resume the state because we don't have that resistance or pressure on us. Because obviously when you're getting close to your specific person, you're going to feel like that pressure is on if you're not fully assuming that conscious state. So that's one reason why you can, or how you can do it. And the main key about kind of eliminating that belief is to just assume or continue with your manifestation schedules, with your affirmations, with your journaling, with your visualizations, but focusing internally until you truly feel as if it is real. Because the idea of changing your reality is this idea that you're not fully consciously there yet. But that's the whole point of techniques. They're supposed to put us into that state. And the second reason, and I actually see this as one of the main reasons why you see this roller coaster effect, is that you're not feeling worthy or deserving of what you desire, right? And this is something that we all can go through 100% of the time. Sometimes, no matter what it is, whatever manifestation you're getting, if it's a specific person, if it's unlimited wealth, if it's your dream job, if it's your dream house, whatever you're manifesting, it can be seemingly so out of reach or so different from our current consciousness that we can feel or lack the feeling of worthiness or deserving that we can have that. Now, I'm here to tell you 100% without a doubt, you were absolutely born worthy and deserving. You don't have to earn it. But sometimes it takes a little bit to convince our conscious mind to do that. But that is a reason then you feel this kind of ebb and flow, right? You get close to your specific person because you're feeling good, you're feeling awesome, you don't have that resistance, you don't have that pressure. And then you get close together and your mind thinks, is this too good to be true? And then you kind of self-sabotage in that aspect. Because internally your ego kind of wants to keep you or have you remain in the same state where it's comfortable, right? And a lot of times we feel like that is something that is working against us, but I'm here to tell you that your ego is not working against you. It's trying to keep you safe and keep you in a proper state. And it actually is going to work to our benefit when you are with your specific person, excuse me, because it will then be working to keep you in that same state with your specific person. You see how this is actually something we don't necessarily want to get rid of and actually works to our benefit. But that's feeling worthy and deserving is something that everyone goes through at some point or another. To shift states or to improve a state so much, you will be dealing with things that you have not felt natural before. Like, think about manifesting a specific person or manifesting the perfect love. Think about that. The perfect love. Most of the times in our environment, we don't see this perfect love or perfect relationship having or happening around us. And a lot of people from childhood can have different limiting beliefs in regards to that. But again, I'm here to tell you, you and everyone else is absolutely worthy and deserving of the perfect love of everything. But it can feel very out of range sometimes, especially if you begin to talk more with your specific person. Because obviously, if you're manifesting them, they're going to be messaging you more. They're going to be talking to you more. You're going to be hanging out more. And that might not feel like a state that you're very used to, especially if this is not someone who you've been in a relationship with before, or potentially maybe it's a celebrity or something. In that case, it will feel strange to you at first. But that is, again, why we need to kind of focus on our mental diet. And I have this in my notes, and I kind of wanted to make a whole different video of this. But it's the idea of going first class in everything that you do. And what do I mean by that? I mean, take the high road, do the best in literally everything that you do. Feel that confidence. How could you not feel confident? How could you not feel worthy and deserving of whatever you're doing if you go first class in everything? And it's kind of like a metaphor because like when you're flying a plane, obviously you have first class, and that's like, okay, that's the front of the plane. That's the best seat that you could possibly get. Take the best seat metaphorically with everything that you do. Give that love and abundance back to yourself, and you will then see it then reflected back out in your external reality. Because again, our external reality is an entire reflection of our conscious state. Another thing that is and I'm going to probably make a whole video on that, so stay tuned for that. But another thing is going to be your mental diet. What is your internal dialogue? What do you speak to yourself in? And this is something I believe I talked about in another video, but it makes sense with now if you're experiencing that roller coaster effect. Look at your internal dialogue. How are you talking to yourself? Are you very supportive? Are you feeling very confident that you can absolutely have your manifestation? And is your inner dialogue matching what you would physically say had you already received what you desire? Basically talking about hanging out with your specific person, seeing them on a daily basis, messaging them, texting them, calling them, all of this. Does your inner dialogue match that? And like I mentioned in the other video, maybe take a few days or maybe even a week to look at your internal dialogue and see, okay, where am I at? What am I speaking to myself? Or how am I speaking to myself? And you can see that you might find, if you're experiencing that roller coaster effect, you will find that maybe your internal dialogue isn't matching up. Maybe you're telling yourself internally, accidentally, that you can't do this, or this is something you can't have. And in that case, you just make that switch. Once you're consciously aware of it, you can view it through like a logical lens. If you're thinking, I could never be with my specific person. It's like, who said that? Who told you that? Who says that's not possible? Why is that not in the realm of possibilities? Right? If you really have to ask yourself that, you cannot come up with an answer because there is not one. Your specific person absolutely can be yours, and there is literally no doubt about that. But always, your specific person is 1000% waiting to be in your reality. So why don't you give them that gift of being with you? Why don't you give them the time that you get to spend with them? Why are you denying them that, right? But it's all about, again, if you're experiencing that roller coaster effect, they're literally waiting for you to assume the state and come to you. They want to be with you without a doubt, no matter what they're saying. Remember, you're the director of the play in your reality. If you see anyone outside of you kind of experiencing or saying anything you don't want, that's because we're handing them the script of that. If you're not seeing your specific person act in the way you want, that's perfectly fine. But just remember, we're handing them that script. So why don't we just switch that script up and have them be in kind of in love with us and want to hang out with us and talk to us and see us, because they want that and they are waiting to come into your life in that way. They want to be in your life in that way. But again, roller coaster effect, if you're seeing that, one, it could be that you maybe don't really believe in yourself, but then it's also connected to this ability that you may not feel worthy and deserving. Again, you are worthy and deserving of everything you could ever want. If you did want to read the chapter of it in my book, like I mentioned, Manifest Your Specific Person by Kyle August, I don't think I really talk about it on my channel that much, but yeah, I actually published this last year. So check it out if you guys would like. If you had any questions, leave it in the comment section below, or you guys can send me a direct message on my website, kyleaugustcoaching.com. That is also where we can do one-on-one coaching together. Check out my TikTok, which is Manifestation Man. And if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe if you guys want to continue getting the absolute best and easiest and quickest way to manifest your specific person. Like I always say, though, I'll see you guys next time.